What's up guys, Warren Spencer here. We're in the studio today. I'm going to be showing you how I made my brand new single, Something I Did, and I hope you enjoy it. My original inspiration for this track was actually a song by Nicky Romero and Avicii. I know, shock horror. It was a song called I Could Be The One, and it was just an amazing nostalgic tune for me that reminds me of summer. Just even growing up listening to EDM house music and the rise of the great Avicii, this track I feel was a staple to my playlists as I was growing up. So the minute that you press play from this song, I just found it very, very colourful. You see what I mean already? It's just such a vibe, such a vibrant track, and more specifically, the synths that they use, the Alien Ottoman synth later on in the track, which is here, I believe, in the final drop. Side note, the music video is absolutely epic. It's so good. I can watch that. What are we on now? 329 million views. That does not surprise me whatsoever. This part where he holds it at the end. I love that. General all-round banging track. So after listening to that, I was running, standard cliche moment. I was out running and I got inspiration from a duck. I actually got it from this song. It was just a pure moment of shuffle on an EDM playlist on Spotify. We came across. Now that sounds familiar, doesn't it? That's the Alien Ottoman synth. We'll drag and drop it in. Okay, we'll take a look. So this was the basic melody that I wrote after listening to that song. When I was looking at house music in general, a lot of guys I saw they were DJing, they're producing every four beats in a bar, something different is meant to happen to keep the song interesting. That's why 1 to 2 and 3 to 4, there's some slight differences there. And then on top of that, we actually just sampled some house keys, like a house piano, which sounds amazing. Once I had the basic melody down, I had to come up with a bit of a pre-chorus, so I opted with this. Again, Alien Ottoman synth was just obviously the star of the show in this track. And there's a lot more ear candy and stuff that we involve when we export to Ableton, but I'll show you that in a second. Obviously we have the bass line as well. This one was actually quite funny. There was a sound here called DC saw bass, and it's got this like really like seesaw synthy kind of sound. I remember just being here with the keys just being like, and it sounds really effective when you play it all together. I'll give you guys a little listen. Obviously with this track, you know, well, any house track, you kind of begin to learn that it's just about compounding and, you know, building layers and seeing how things sound. But ultimately, the Serato Studio idea was a good friend of mine, Rhett Maxwell, who is a very talented producer and DJ, very old school guy. He showed me this method. So we'll call this the Maxwell method for now. And we basically use Serato as a sketch pad. So we sample all these sounds, see how they listen, we then export the stems and we bring it into Ableton, which is what I've done here. Before any of you know, long-time producers start, you know, giving me, you know, all the bullshit about my cables, you can get wrecked, all right? Have that. Swivel. Or delete your comments. All of them. Any comment, mate, negative comment, gone. And then I'll block you. And then, yeah. And then I'll unblock you and ask you for a collaboration if you're any good. Nicky Romero. So this is what it looks like now as a finished product. Obviously, it looks like there's a lot going on here. We've obviously got some nice chunky bass in there, and all these different sound samples. You might notice in the pre-chorus or the build-up to the first drop, we've got some nice little ear candy. Let's have a quick listen to it. Sounds really good, sounds really good. So on the build up to the second drop, I think this part of the track for me was where it had to be the best it could be, because in my experience DJing, watching other DJs, the second drop or the main drop is always the biggest one. It's always the one where the crowd, is going crazy. So, and this is where a lot of the time was spent, but we try and build tension with like snares, build-ups, for example. Sorry, someone's at my door, 2 seconds. You're rolling.
I'm rolling.
Are we good here, yeah? The second drop and the last drop of the song before the DJ is to mix in the next track, so to speak, has to be the biggest and the best. So we've done all sorts here in terms of just building that suspense, creating the tension in the room. For example, snare build-ups, things like this, I found really, really effective. Up builders, risers. One of the things that I noticed with the I Could Be the One track is that before, on the build-up and after the drop, there was a lot of risers. It really helped put the track together, and again, taking full inspiration from that, and that's what we did here. Just with these, you can see if I and then drop. So little moments like that really helped, create the energy that I wanted to come from this track. And I think, once we put everything together, I think I've got a lot of faith in the track based on these nice little ear candies. I think it has all these amazing elements to what could make up a great EDM house track. I hope that's given you a little insight to how I built the track. And in the meantime now, I'm just kind of trying to do my best in terms of producing. It'd be really cool in the future to maybe work with some cool artists that can, do some sick vocals. And if you're out there, you're an artist, you're up and coming and you want to collab with me, maybe drop me a message and you think we can work together and create some magic. That's all for now, guys. Thank you for tuning into this video. And remember, April the 13th is coming. Something I did, coming to all major platforms. See you guys soon. Take care.